So why did you wait so long to experience it?
Because I was waiting for the call.
Okay. So I...
The video is about to start. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. There we go!
So let's talk about One Heart now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people, they go to your website, they read it. Anybody can go, or you have to be special, or I mean, I don't know.
We're all special, yeah.
Yeah, but
well,
you know
so
what I mean.
yeah, so
but you have to be able to afford it.
Yeah, so One Heart Journeys really started with Brandon and I after starting companies and really finding ourselves numb to life. Like we would go out to dinners and travel and do so many experiences, but we weren't being, in love with ourselves and our lives and all of those around us. And so Journeys became an opportunity for us to go through the kind of inner workings to unleash kind of an operating system that comes from love, and to be able to, condense like an accordion, years worth of, experiencing many different practices like yoga, breath work, ecstatic dance, like all the things that we knew that ultimately helped us, come into our full power and potential. We brought into what is effectively a 1 week on-site experience. We call it a human accelerator. Our sweet spot is really, people who have been type A's, if you will, that are kind of overachievers. They've kind of played and won the game of life in terms of the traditional senses of, success, only to realize that, they're not finding a lot of meaning in what they're doing. And so, people go on to, well, I'd say over 94% of the people that go on One Heart Journeys have been referred. So we've been kind of a well-kept secret, and a lot of our community is highly curated through the community.
Basically, the One Heart is just like a community, like let's say it's a tour agency for this sort of thing.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
We cater with everything.
To be clear.
So what does it include? Like you're staying, like just the ceremony?
Yeah, so
how does it work?
Yeah, so we are, One Heart, I would say, is a beautiful wrapper around 3 plant medicine ceremonies, 2 nighttime ceremonies, 1 daytime ceremony. Have you done a daytime ceremony?
No.
It's so beautiful. So the One Heart experience is a beautiful wrapper around 3 plant medicine experiences that are, the plant medicine ceremonies, to be clear, run by an entire shamanic team, plant medicine team. So there's so there's multiple shamans. We have many different roles for the team. We also have group elevation leaders and various practitioners, and it's like a symphony, really. I mean, the yogis are able to help us move energy through motion. We do holotropic breath work, chanting fireside. I mean, lots of exercises to activate and integrate what's happening before and after ceremony. So that's really what One Heart is, and the experience, I mean, is divine. I mean, anytime you do anything profound that's life-changing with a group of other individuals, there's a connection there that's almost indescribable. I mean, there's people that obviously go to war together, which have terrible experiences, but are bonded through, brutality. There's people that go to space together, and obviously that's an extraordinary experience that very few people get to have. And then there's those that get to go in the inner space together and do this amazing work with plant medicines, and the relationships that are formed they're simply divine.
If you want to do it and you're afraid.
Yeah. I mean, I was afraid.
I was super afraid.
I'm still afraid every time.
Afraid.
Yeah, at first I was petrified. I mean, I was afraid I was going to lose my mind. I was afraid that, like, something terrible would happen to me. I was afraid that, I would change in a way that I didn't like. I was afraid that I was going to go crazy during ceremony and get naked and run around. I was afraid that I was going to be puking the whole time and terribly uncomfortable. Like, these were all my concerns. And like, it's worse It's worse to live every day of my life living in fear and carrying guilt or resentment, or not being the total loving Care Bear that I am, right? And to do business as a bulldog Barry, like I'm over that. Like I just, if I can have the experience, in a week to overcome all of that fear and anguish, and then be the best version of myself for the rest of my life, to myself, to my wife, to my boys, to my friends, like, why wouldn't I do that?
Right.
So I also, and my dad is a PhD and taught at Bucknell for 30 years and like is an atheist, and so like the whole idea of like things like life after death, like no way did I believe. I thought, for sure when you die that's it, like, brain turns off and I'm out, lights out. And this will sound crazy, and yet it's not. In working with ayahuasca, I've been shown that, I've been shown what's possible after you die. I'm no longer afraid to die. And
me neither.
And honestly, if you're watching this and if you're watching this and you're like, what does that do for you? Well, to not be afraid to die is one of the biggest fears that people have on the planet. And so, how I deal with death and other people's death is different. How I choose to live with, total reverence for every day that exists, that I exist, is different. How I treat people is different. It's magical. And so, it's something that I would wish for all of you.
So when do you feel that you were called to work with this master plant ayahuasca?
Yeah, so it's so interesting because for so many years, I knew about ayahuasca when I was a teenager.
Me too, because I grew up in Peru.
Did you really?
Yeah, I grew up.
That's right. I forgot. That's right.
Yeah,
so it's been all around you.
I've been surrounded by ayahuasca.
So why did you wait so long?
Ayahuascans.
So why did you wait so long to experience it?
Because I was waiting for the call.
Okay. So I was told this, right? So I was told that, it calls to you and you'll know when you know. And I'm just like, okay, what does that mean? Like, I've never heard voices. Like, that's weird.
No,
and
that's your story, and you were called. You were literally called.
So this is the irony, right? So
yes.
Brandon, my best friend and co-founder of One Heart, calls me and he's like, there's a plant medicine ceremony. It's happening with our friends in Tulum, and I'm like, Brandon, brother, I love that you invited me, and to be honest, I just haven't had the calling. I've been waiting for the call. He goes, I'm literally calling you on the phone to join me for an ayahuasca ceremony. Like, how more obvious do you want the universe to be? And Brandon is so literal and factual and just linear, and I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, I got it. So the irony, other people just have this, this deep down desire to, to change, and they know that to transform, and they know that this is the most powerful transformation, elixir on the planet. And when used, properly and with guidance and support, the results are epic. I mean, on our journeys, 98% of people have a life transforming experience, with the plant medicine. And the only time I've seen people, not is when they didn't go all in with an open mind and an open heart and do the work, after, with proper integration. Mm-hmm. There's some wonderful material that can support people that are interested in just learning more about DMT and psychedelics and the value of these beautiful plant medicines. Gustavo, when I've talked to various shamans, they've been deep in the Amazon they've been a well-kept secret for many generations, and
actually thousands of years.
Thousands and thousands of years.
And then we're living in times where everything has to be disclosure, because we're ascending, we're transcending the the paradox, like we're becoming what we're getting into, you know. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but the world is changing.
Yeah, the world is changing, and you know, many would say that, you know, we don't have the time that, you know, they're concerned about the future of the world, and
right.
so the shamans are saying that the plants are reaching out to us, that they want to connect with us, that they want to wake us up, that they want us to be more conscious and maybe a little less, you know, focus on commercialism and much more focus on, you know, consciousness and how we can truly coexist and thrive, you know, humanity can thrive at one with other people and plants and animals and be part of a vibrant ecosystem. And so this may sound crazy to many until you've worked with the plant medicines, and all of you that have will do a profound nod and you know, with great reverence. The plants are the most, I mean, ayahuasca is by far the highest intelligent species I've ever come into contact with, and and
yeah.
they know more than, I mean, it's like they're an internet of things, like trees can talk, and there's a mycelium network underground that is connected like the internet. And so imagine a smart species that's biological, that communicates and has since the dawn of time, that knows humans better than we know ourselves. And through this simple little elixir, we have the opportunity to drink and commune with nature and be able to communicate with the plants and ask for guidance and I mean, extraordinary volumes of intelligence. And so that sounds crazy, like talking to plants, and trust me, they can talk back
until you do it. I know, I talk to them. It's just crazy. I mean,
and so don't take our advice. Talk to someone that you trust, that you love, that you have deep respect for, that's worked with ayahuasca and had successful experiences, and you'll just know, like you'll know deep down that what they're saying is truth, and if that's your truth and you feel that frequency and you lean into that possibility, then many blessings to you. And if you choose not to, many blessings to you too. I mean, it's a divine vine for those that are willing to have an ego death and experience enlightenment, and then bring that back into, you know, from the spirit world into the real world. It's a beautiful interplay. So I just want to say that it's an honor and pleasure to be here in Gustavo's world. It's a fun place to be, and it's making me super happy. And I'm honored to be a part of your show. I've watched and experienced you continue to grow, and I hope you all know this is my bro, Gustavo.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. That's clicking on the little bell. Comment all you want. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like.
Don't forget to subscribe to grow the community.
And also, don't forget to follow our social media. And if you want to go ahead and share this video in all your platforms, share the love. Till next time!
Bye!